fuck this heat. That's what I have to start with. Oh my god. So apologies for the half naked arsehole from YouTube. I'm dying in this office and now I can't have my fan on because all the bloody microphone picks up, and yes, it's working this time, is the fan going fucking brilliant. So now I get to sit here and sweat my tits off. Okay, so firstly, I've got 6 subs to give a shout out to you. People are appearing and subbing for whatever reason. Planes124. Man, where do people come up with these names? Anon Barbazwinika. Anon Barbazwinika. Apologies, I cannot speak English, let alone another language. Robin Snelson. David Kiddle. I've written down Robin Snelson twice, and as I've written it down twice, I guess I'll say you sub twice. Alexander Antonovuk. Yeah, that one. You. Cheers, buddy. Thanks, guys, for the subs. As I said when I see you, I have no idea why you watch this shit, but you do. So all the likes and, you know, thumbs ups and subs and messages, they are much appreciated. It is nice chatting with you guys in the shows and through messages, and we've got a few bits and pieces to cover. I was hoping to catch up with the Victory before today, but things have just been absolutely crazy since I've been back. Harry and I got to the show late Friday. Just about pitched up, put up 2 parachutes, and that was, you know, it for the evening. Beers, food. Glyn tried poisoning everybody with about 42 tons of black pepper in the airborne stew, so I was reduced to eating not Pringles, the other things like chipboard, Doritos, because I'm a delicate little sausage when it comes to my taste buds. So it was a very, very early start on Saturday, and for those who know me, you know that I fucking despise mornings. So I had to get an early night, got up crazy early, started pitching parachutes. There is a video that's just tucked in there that gives a sort of quick walk around of the camp. It's shot on a potato. It's a bit shaky and blurry because I was almost falling over all the crap on the floor, logs and dirt and just the general rubbish. I don't think there's many modern items can be seen, but I come through the back of the display, so you might spot the odd thing that the public wouldn't see because they'd be looking from the other direction. Not making excuses. We have modern shit there, just the public can't see it. Got some interesting messages to go through. Yeah, Victory Show's a nice show. It's always one of our favourites, and I think Max always says that it's his favourite show. Capital and Victory are the other two for me, as I've probably mentioned 1,000 times, and I've probably mentioned 1,000 more. They're quite similar. Drawing a good bunch of people. Although there was a couple of punch-ups at Victory, still can't really get my head round what the hell that was all about. I know one of the Red Bull guys, was it the 514th Truck Company, got a good smack, and I think it was the wrong person they were trying to smack as well, so good job to the morons. Apparently there's a whole group of people trying to lynch me, but, you know, that just was met with lots of laughter from me because, you know, getting angry about videos. Grow up. Or message me. Have a conversation with me. I mean, you'll be told what I think, but, you know. So the threats are kind of amusing. Thanks to the T-Boys who are our neighbours. I still can't remember the name of your group, and I'm never going to remember it, no matter how many times you guys tell me. We offered them airborne stew one night, because only a few of them, so it wouldn't have made no difference to us. They had ordered fish and chips from the chip shop, so after I'd eaten all the airborne stew, because, you know, Glyn hadn't tried poisoning me that evening, they came over with a massive great big bag of chips as well, and so I said I'd try and eat them. And I think Harry and a couple had one chip, and I polished off the whole bag. Then that was followed by half a birthday cake the next day, which, you know, we all devoured. So yeah, cheers guys for the chips and the cake. I had a spare manual going, the 531, the booby traps and Minds one with me, so I pinged them that as a thank you. I can't remember the guy's name. I want to say it's Christian, but I'm probably wrong, because if you've met me, you know I'm shit with names. Where all right, let's do the little video first so you can see our display, and then we'll go on to some of the messages. So let's make me small, and let's make that. Can't we get full screen? Because it's not actually a full screen you get to see. Let's do that, then pull it down. Okay, yeah, see, I knew it wouldn't be in the middle. Stupid thing. There we go. Okay, so the path comes two ways. They can probably come down this way and out, or they can come in this way. So really, it's a sort of show you need two signs at, but we've only got one, so that's what they get to see. It took me a while to work out I was recording. It's a bit like this, really. So there you go, one of our parachutes. Can I push space to pause? Yeah, I can. So propped up with logs, we've worked out a great way of wrapping the cord around the top and then pulling it down and pegging it in. Magic. The drop rope you can just see at the top is tied to the top of the parachute and then strung up between two trees. So this is the back of the display. So you can see a couple of personal items in the foxholes. But again, the public are all over the other side. So this is like the group sort of canopy. Bonfire where Max dries his soggy trousers. Tries to. Max's radio. Tom talking to a few guys. Doing, that's like pulling, oh, okay, pulling rounds out of an M block. Public, public, public. And this is how the other people come. This is what they see from the other direction. So the company HQ trench with the two covers. Yeah, I told you it was a bit blurry. Apologies for that. Jam me more in the corner. So there's Max, Harry, our captured POW, and Rob the chef. See, this is literally even before breakfast. So the public got in really early. A whole load of office crap. And then my sleeping quarters in the corner, and that's where it ends. So quite brief, not many of us. We still had 2 complete parachutes and another quarter that we didn't put up because, you know what, there wasn't much point. We would have just been covering the woods in parachutes for no real purpose. Not many of us could come, so that's what we ended up with. Okay, let's get rid of it. It's quite interesting in building these because actually you never know what you're really going to end up with. I mean, every time you do it, it's something completely different. So after coming back from the show, we have, oh, let's put that over there. We have, oh, what have I done? Oh yes, wrong screen, idiot. Okay, because these are on different screen. Right, don't read Sam's a minute. So I got a message from John Flynn who thanked us. Although it wasn't me or Rob, I don't think we were there then. I think this must have been Tom and Max. Could have been Rob, I'm not sure, so apologies if it was Rob. Got a message from John, who was there with some disabled guys, and they went through, and I don't really know what they did, but they were obviously handling kit and trying on things, and apparently, you know, we made a very good impression. So that was passed on to the guys in the group. We did ask for photographs, but he said no, he can't let them out into the world. So we were like, that's fine with Sam, but he was happy for us to share his comment, because for a change I did ask. Message from Sam Parsons. Sam was in the, as you see on there, the Malayan emergency just around the corner from us. I was going to go and talk to them. And this is what I say to him next. I didn't screenshot all the messages because it goes on quite a lot and there's a lot of rubbish in between actual content. So he does, they do Malayan, no, not that he's one of them. I didn't mean that. Their group do Malayan emergency. And when I dug up all those tags to Royal Tank Regiment, Royal Armoured Corps Reconnaissance, they are, I think he called them the M1944 pattern tags. I've never seen that reference in person in anything before, but he knew what I meant and that's what he called them. So the metal tags that come in sets of 3, 1 oval, 2 round. One of the round has religion, one doesn't. because one goes on your gas mask bag, and the gas mask bag doesn't have a religion apparently. So I said to him, look, Sam, if you want to wear some of these with your family name on, I'm sure I've got them. And if any other guys in the group want a set, just get me their surnames and their initials, and I'll find whatever is closest. Obviously, if your name's Smith, then I can probably just do just about any and the first initial going. If your name's like Dolphin, then I've got a choice of one tag, and if your name's Squirrel, I've got a choice of one tag. So he came back with a list of names, and there was some fairly unusual-ish names on there. I think it was a Hammerton or a Hammer something, and I was like, yep, got a pair of those, got a pair of Kings, got some Parsons, and I think I got 6 sets that I just sent off to Sam for his guys and his group to use. He nicely said he would sort me out with a beer next show, so you know I'm never going to turn down a good beer. As well as Sam at sort of near in the main, oh my god, sort of near in the, brilliant, in the main field, there was a guy doing Royal Tank Corps, Royal Tank Regiment or Royal Armoured Corps. I think he was RTR. He was RTR, Royal Tank Regiment. And this was while Rob and I were climbing over a Stuart tank, looking inside and just, you know, being kids. Got a chat into him, and I said, look, if you want some tags for your impression, I'll let me know your name. Send me a message through the group chat, the website, the Facebook group, whatever, and make contact, and I'll get, again, as close to your surname. So Tom Gray, they are on the way. They probably might even be there by now. Nice chat. Well, it's nice that these tags still get to go places, although we've stopped returning them to families and veterans. The project finished. It's still nice that they are going out there to be used by someone. Yeah. What else? See, I did write a list, a few load of notes. I come back with not much. I didn't purchase much at Victory. I got 2 BAR mags. If you know, the imaginary BAR that I have. I just thought they'd be good with all my BAR belts. You know, the World War I assistance belt, and the one with the metal cup, and the World War II belts, and the bandoliers. So I have a whole couple of shelves of BAR shit in one of the display cabinets. I got a British made Garrison cap, at least I assume it's British made. It looks that way, but there's no markings, and Gaunt and Sons marked in ink, so that would have faded away, annoyingly. Medical piping, very, very weird medical piping. I would show you, but stupidly, I actually don't know where I put it. So that was clever. When I find it, I'll wave it at you. Did I get anything else? I don't. Oh, I got the German phrase book. So again, one to add to the pile to sort out. And yes, I know I still haven't done the Dutch ones. I still need the other Dutch one. If anybody has a link for one, not the phrase book, the language guide, and also I need a German language guide. If anybody sees one of those anywhere I can purchase, please let me know. I want them so I can reproduce them, and then you guys can buy them cheap. Met up with Anthony J. Leafley. He popped by the display, actually both days, and I am now in possession of one of these, a PAL patch, not a gap patch. So it's I'm going to go with this a Type 1, because Type 2 beaks are different. They're more sharply pointed and curved in and curved up. So I'm gonna say that's a Type 1. Although 1s and 2s are very, very similar. If you've got the book by Kevin Delattre, you'll see, even in the book, he says there's not much difference. But the beak is the easiest way to tell them apart. So that is Anthony's patch, and that is an original Type 1. So let's put the two together, and there's a slight size difference. The original is a little bit bigger. From what I've seen, the Type 1s, they seem to I've got a couple of originals of these, and there is a slight size difference in them. Gap patches are generally slightly larger than originals, not by much, and we're talking 2, 3, 4 mil at most. And I think this one is slightly smaller. I mean, it's hard to. Oh God, stop raising the wrong one. It looks a lot bigger in that. If we overlap them, you'll see. You've got all this excess down that side, but my other one, it's almost identical. You're probably talking 1 mil down the side, 2 mil at the bottom. So actually, that's come out really fucking well. I was looking at it, comparing it to some of the patches we had on at the show, and they're all gap patches. And as a result, this looks tiny because they're oversized. I mean, we're talking really small margins. So it's a lot better than I thought at the show, because we were comparing it to slightly bigger ones, as I said. At the moment, that is the best in the UK. Now, I know Stand in the Door are still working on his. I know he released one, and I can't remember what it was. I think I want to say a 5 or a 7. Can't remember, one of those two. 20 quid a patch, so it's not exactly cheap, especially when you want a load of them. I think Leafly does them for around 10 quid. I'm not sure. I haven't looked on his eBay. I'm not going to even pretend I know, really. They're on eBay. He's on Facebook. You know, you can contact him if you need them. Because to be honest, most of the patches we saw guys wearing at the weekend were in the realms of fucking dog shit. I mean, I collect them now. Shit patches. Can you believe what a thing to collect? I mean, this one, it's like fucking wrought iron, and it's just, what the hell is with that eye? I mean, it really is, and it's such a strange material. It's even got, like, look on the airborne, it's got like thread over the letters. Yeah, it really is. It resembles none of the original patches at all. And we've got this weird, you can't, oh yeah, if I tip it, you can see the sort of strange hexagonal, no, diamond sort of pattern on the white of the feathers. It looks like the interwar US collar dogs, that sort of checkerboard, but slightly at angle. I mean, the back is just this weird. Yeah, you probably saw who that came from. It's just the eye's weird. It's got like a Type 2 beak. That's about all you can say to it. The sort of sharp, sharp point. But again, it's the border's weird. It's just another no, I'm afraid. They get worse, don't worry. I mean, this one, the back is especially waterproofed. I mean, what the fucking eye, the beak, it looks like it's been stretched like elastic. Just absolute shit. I think this one might have been a Mandalorian jobby, I think. I'm not too sure. Again, beak, eye, this massive border around the beak. Just, why do people wear pieces of shit like this? Just get a decent patch. You know, this is the unit you represent. You haven't earned this patch. The least you can do is wear one that looks semi-decent. Fuck me. I mean, I love my Type 8. I don't think my jacket's the house. So that's the book, and that's a Type 8. Bando, Detrez seem to put them on the covers or in every book somewhere. There seems to be always one Type 8. I think some of the books is on the spine. And there's a a reproduction of one of those, and I'll remind you what it looked like again in case you're not sure. I mean, what the fuck-a-doodle-do is that? I mean, come on. So if you think that's acceptable, please quit the hobby. I just, where do people come up with this shit? Yeah, I can't see my jacket. All right. No. See, not my not one. I got sent a link a second ago. I haven't looked at it yet, but there is one last comical thing to look at. Right, let's get rid of Sam, and it'll shrink me down. You'll be pleased to see. So, I had this message. Right, and I got some photos to go with this, and this is where it gets quite funny. So if you're doing a video about reproduction M42s, then please tell me not to buy the QMI suits. The material the suit is made from is good, as are the buttons on the trousers, the correct caramel colour. So, positives. Trousers are also a good cut. Positives. Because, oh god, the Sems one, they look like jodhpurs. They came in at the bottom, they were so narrow. But that's about it. The reinforcing is brown, heavy duty canvas with a golden colour stitching which spoils the whole suit. Now there's more to this than is in this message, which you'll see from the pictures. I think I can go this way. So, you know, it is a golden caramel. It doesn't look as brown as it does, but I saw these in person at the weekend, and they are a fairly horrible thing. And again, he said the buttons are good. They're a nice colour. But the contrast in the stitching and the buttons, they're not in line. Again, this doesn't do it justice, but you can sort of see this one is way over, but they are all over the place. Green stitching, as you can tell, not impressed with the smack my face emoji. And the rows of stitching, I mean, this isn't reinforcing. This is how the jacket was supposed to be made. Like, I don't know. I can't see it personally. I know my original ones are quite straight. But where's the gem? Here we go. Here's the gem. The collar. One side, this side, is so much longer than the other side. So much so, it's laughable when you see it. You can't help but notice it. It really is absurd. I mean, do they make it in the dark? What do they do? Just, oh, bizarre. Yeah. I mean, if companies like this don't give a shit and produce this stuff, I don't know what's going with that. I think some of the lines of, you know, it makes sense as to why most reenactors don't give a shit, because, you know, this is what we get sent. I'm hearing a lot of grumblings about QMI not answering messages, not dealing with things. You get the same excuse. He's always away doing things. But then when he does reply, it's not really dealt with or acceptable, should we say. But we will see how this story turns out. But that, I mean, that says it all, doesn't it, really? That really is a we don't give a fuck. Amazing. And I think that's it. Oh yeah, we're back to John. Bye, John. Okay. So, what are we on? 23 minutes. Oh, it's too long to stick a video on the end of this. Yeah, I think we've caught up after victory. You know, it wasn't going to be an exciting video. It was just to catch up on a few little bits and pieces. I am still alive. I'm trying to catch up on everything. If you're waiting for something to go in the post, it either went yesterday or it's going today. There's a whole lot of shit going out. So thank you for putting up with me being fucking crazy busy. Everything is now back on track. I just need to spend 400 days catching up with messages and emails. So if I haven't responded to your email about you wanting something, then I haven't even started with it. I will catch up. Lots of good feedback on the radio manuals and the mine manual. People are loving those, even though it does have that stupid little dotted light blue line around it. I'm still pissed off about that, but what can you do? You save a £5 because they shouldn't look like that. And that, I believe, is it. If you think I should have mentioned something, apologies, I've clearly forgotten it. Anyway, until next time, laters.